Okay, well, good evening, everybody. My name is Valerie, and I'm the Chief External Officer of Hebrew Public. And tonight, we're doing a read-along with Daisy Nussbaum. And Daisy is our volunteer. She's a very special person for Hebrew Public. We know Daisy for the past, I think, 5 years at this point when she, right, Daisy?
Yeah, I think it's 5 years.
5 years. So when Daisy had her bat mitzvah, when she was turning 12, she chose to come to HLA, our school in Brooklyn, to volunteer. And she has watched our kindergartners at that time really grow much older. I know because my daughter was in that kindergarten class where Daisy volunteered, and now my daughter is in 5th grade. So here we are. Meet Daisy. She'll tell you a few words about herself, and then I hope you will enjoy this read-along.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I started volunteering at the HLA in Brooklyn. I think it was 2016. So when I was in 6th grade, I started with kindergarten, and now they're so old. I've been with them for 5 years, but I've also just been around the school in that time since, and I love HLA, and I've known Valerie since I started there at the very beginning. Yeah, and I think that everything that HLA does and the school itself is so cool, so I am happy to always volunteer.
Thank you. Thanks, Daisy. Okay, shall we read a book?
Yeah, I'll share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Where the Wild Things Are. It's by Maurice Sendak. Oh, let's see if I can, this will work. Okay, there we go. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another, his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. Okay, so before I continue on with the story, I wanted to give a second for either everyone to type in the chat or just to unmute yourself or raise your hand, whatever you want to do, and say what your favorite place in the world is to go, like Max is. You can either type it in the chat. I can start. I know my favorite place is my bedroom, or you can just unmute and say it.
My favorite place is my room.
Mine too. I'm in my room right now. Anybody else have a favorite place? My grandma's house.
My favorite place bedroom is my mom's and dad's room.
Your mom and dad's room? Feel free to unmute yourself if you want to say your favorite place.
My favorite place is the zoo.
The zoo. Which zoo do you like? Which zoo have you been to?
The Bronx. I like my grandma's place.
Me too.
And I like my bed place. Zoo.
Me too.
My favorite place is in bed.
Mine as well. Oh yeah, and I have been to the Bronx Zoo. I actually been a couple of times, and that's for sure my favorite zoo as well. Okay, so let's keep going. I like my house. I like my house too. Right now I don't leave my house a lot, so I spend a lot of time in my house or in my room. Just my favorite place. Here we go. Okay. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. and in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all wild things. Okay, so I know we just met the wild things, and if you want some inspiration, they're the beasts next to Max. Now you guys are going to get the chance to draw your own wild thing or what you think a wild thing would look like while I play a song, and you guys can draw while the song is playing. And then at the end, we're going to give an email that everyone can submit them to. And before next time, at some point, we'll pick a winner, and that person will be sent a special prize for their wild things drawing.
Guys, everybody has their piece of paper and pencil or crayons. Do you need 30 seconds to get those?
Oh yeah, feel free. I think I need to get mine as well. So
yes, so we'll give you just a few minutes. Take a piece of paper. If you have crayons, even if you just have a pencil, let's get it and let's all draw something.
And if we have time at the end, everyone can show them.
Okay, give us a thumb up if you're ready. Like, do like this. Okay, so well, let's start drawing. Let's start drawing the wildest things that we can imagine, and we'll put some music on so you can draw.
Perfect. Okay.
רעמים וברקים בליל חורף קר, לא נשמעים תמיד אותו הדבר, ברקים ורעמים, רעמים וברקים, לפעמים קרובים ולפעמים רחוקים, רעמים וברקים בלילות הגשומים, את הברק רואים אבל את הרעם שומעים, יש רעמים שמאוד מפחידים ויש כאלה שרק קצת, יש רעם חלש ורעם בינוני ורעם חזק חזק שלא נעים לשמוע, בעיקר אם אתה לבד.
לעתים רחוקות אתה פוגש רעם נחמד.
רעמים וברקים בליל חורף קר, לא נשמעים תמיד אותו הדבר, ברקים ורעמים, ברקים ורעמים, רעמים וברקים, לפעמים קרובים ולפעמים רחוקים. נשמעים תמיד אותו הדבר. רק הימורי המין, רעמים וברקים, לפעמים קרובים ולפעמים רחוקים, לפעמים קרובים ולפעמים רחוקים, רק הימורי המין, רק הימורי המין.
Okay, so I think the song just ended, which ends our drawing time, but I think we can also maybe do some more drawing at the end if we have time after we finish the book, or you can add to them also while I'm reading if you want. But I'm going to go back to the story now. Okay. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Some more pictures of the wild things. Now stop, Max said. And, oh, sorry, this is getting covered. And sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then, all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. So for this one, like Max is smelling his favorite food. Everybody now, you can raise your hand and I can call on you, but everyone can say their favorite food. Like Max was smelling his. So I'll say mine. My favorite food is pizza. Anybody else want to say theirs? Oh yeah, go ahead.
My favorite food is mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Pizza.
Pizza. We have a lot of pizza. Cheese. Oh, go ahead.
I also like mac and cheese.
You like mac and cheese? Anybody else?
I like hot dogs.
Me too. That's a good one.
I don't like pizza. I like macaroni.
We have a lot of macaroni. I heard ice cream. Also,
I like
pizza is
macaroni.
popular.
I like ice cream.
A lot of ice cream, a lot of pizza, and a lot of macaroni. It's good choices. Okay, back to the book. Let's see. Okay. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said no. The wild things roared, then their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. Sorry, the Zoom thing is covering it. I'm trying to move it around. And sailed back over a year in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him, and it was still hot. The end. Did everybody like the book?
I had a book.
Oh, you have the book. Yeah.
It's a really good book.
It's a really good book. Does anybody else want to share some other books that they like that we could also read next time, or do something around if they have any ideas? Just feel free to come off of mute.
Oh, you
my
want to
I
show us
love
your
that.
artwork?
Yeah, should everybody show their artworks?
Yeah, show us the pictures that you made, guys. And if anybody wants to say something, just unmute yourself and tell us more about what you just drew.
Yeah.
I got the jack.
You drew oh wow. That looked just like the one when I was swinging from the trees.
Можно я включу камеру на минутку?
Make sure to hold it up to the camera so we can see. Oh wow, these are really good. These are much better than mine. Mine was just a quick sketch. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Feel free if you also want to explain what you did to come off of mute.
This is a flower.
I really like the teeth. It's really scary. It's very realistic.
It's a flower. A flower. He can eat your finger if you're gonna be close.
Yeah, and that's also similar to the wild things. That's also a flower in real life. That's actually really close to, that's really realistic. Anybody else want to show their wild thing? Or explain theirs? Feel free to come off of mute. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, I love that one. Oh my gosh, it's so good. That looks exactly like the one. Oh wow. And you even put Max next to it. That's really, really, really good. Oh my gosh, all of these are so good. I see a lot of horns, a lot of sharp teeth. Oh wow. These are really good. I'm not quite as artistically talented as all of you. This is mine. I tried to put some wings and some sharp claws, and some horns, but I feel like that was a pretty common theme. Okay, so should I give the email to send it to, or will someone type it in the chat? Oh my gosh.
So guys, ask mom and dad or whoever is at home with you to snap a picture of the drawings that you made and send it to the email that we just put in the chat, and that will email to your parents, and we'll pick the winner who will get some nice prize for drawing the best picture.
For sure. Also feel free.
The dog. I will wait.
Also feel free if anybody has any ideas for another week of any other books, like Where the Wild Things Are. Like I know someone had that at home, but any other books you have at home that you would want to read or do a drawing competition with or anything like this.
Yep. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Let's all thank Daisy for reading us a book. Thank you, Daisy. And we wish you a good night and hope to see you at our next classes.
For sure, and make sure to
Shalom.
Shalom, להתראות, bye bye.
Bye everybody.